Okay, two things. One, today I went to return this massive amount of caulk that I bought for an art project that I just decided to change my mind on and didn't need the caulk anymore. I did my due diligence. I went to homedepot.com. I was like, hey, what are my parameters? Like, are you allowed to return clearance things? Because I bought it on clearance in the first place. And if so, how long do I have? Well, ChatGPT helped me out on this, my little guy, and he confirmed that they do take returns for clearance items the same as you would without, and as long as it's in within 90 days and you have your receipt, you're Gucci. So I was like, okay, because I'm like, I like to return things if I can. It's obviously, it feels like free money to me because I'm like, oh, I spent that money already, but I get it back because it didn't work out. Cool, love it. I'm probably gonna spend more money at your store if you let me return, honestly, right? I know that happens at Target. I go in there, I get something, I wear it, I'm like, yeah, that's not it. And they're like, bitch, bring it back, it's fine. You wanna buy something else? You wanna find what is it? And I'm like, yeah. And I'm probably gonna spend like $20 more minimum when I come back. They're smart. It's a good move. They get to resell it or donate it and get that as a tax write-off. I don't see a problem with it. So, Home Depot, I go in today and I'm like, hey, I have this. And automatically the guy's energy is not very nice. And I'm standing there, and I feel like this, like, okay, I'm gonna have a good interaction because I like to have good interactions. So I'm like, yeah, like, hey, how's it going? And he's like, good, and he just goes about it. And he was like, this receipt doesn't have any of these. And it automatically gives this vibe that, like, I stole them. And I don't know, like, where that came from or why, but, like, I literally bought them. And I was like, oh, okay, let me make sure that it's the right receipt. I was like, oh, it's not. And then I was like, oh, I'm having trouble finding the receipt. And I was like, let me look really quick and let me look it up a different way because I'm looking at my email and it's there, but it's not there. So I'm looking through and he was like, and this isn't even on here. And I was like, okay, then I probably bought it at a different time here. Like, I'm not trying to get away with something. Like, that's not the vibe right now. I'm just trying to, I don't know if it's the glasses or if it's just like the scrunch butt leggings that make me feel like 100% confident in the world. And I was just like, are you hating on me because I look hot? Because you either get hated on because you look hot, or you look too fat, or you look too happy, or you look too sad. Like, it doesn't fucking matter. So anyway, I was like, I'm not even gonna think about that. This is how I'm feeling. So I was like, hey, yeah, let me find this receipt. Found the receipt, and then I was like, here you go. And he's like, the whole time, and like, no, like, and then I'm like, okay, well, I have the card. And I'm a hot mess, so the card had been compromised that I bought it on. So can I get it in a gift card? Because I know that some places do that. They're like, no, if you want to spend the money, you have to spend it back here. I'm like, bet, it's fine. I'll find something to buy. And so it ends up going through, and I'm like, okay, do I need to tap my card? And he's like, no. And I was like, even though it's not the same. And he was like, well, if it's the same bank account, it's fine. And I'm like, okay. And so then I walk out and I get this notification on my phone and it says, deposit declined because this card doesn't exist anymore. And I was like, oh no. And I come back in and I hear him saying, like, this isn't how that should be. That was terrible. And I'm like, oh my God. And so I come up to this lady, now greets me, and she's like, what can I do for you? And I was like, I'm not trying to cause any trouble. I just got this notification and it said it's not going to pay me, and I just don't want to get screwed over and, like, just be like, and she goes, Home Depot doesn't screw people over. And I was like, okay, I'm just trying to, like, make sure that I get it. Can I get it in a gift card or something? And they're like, no, it's already gone through on our side. And I'm like, okay, I'm just trying to, like, cross my I's and dot my T's, you know what I mean? Like, and it's like a very, like, energetically odd interaction. Like, the three of us, like, happened to come together in this very brief moment of time, and it was a lot for me, and I just wanted to cry. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go. I was like, hey, I'm sorry, I'm really sorry. And she's like, no, it's fine. and here's my card if anything happens. And I was like, okay. So it ended up being like, looking back, totally fine interaction. The way it felt made me want to cry. So I go back out and I'm like, I literally wanted to go to the store and go shopping. I needed to get some things. Do I have to drive to Lowe's now? Literally, I was considering it. So I went back into my car and I was like, and then after a few minutes, I was like, no, bitch, you need to go inside and go get the fucking shovel. You need to go inside and get it. So I was like, okay, I'll go in the different doors so I don't have to see them again. So I went and I went in, and I had this like vibe with me now that I carried from the last interaction where I was like, and I have to ask for help because I don't know where in the world I'm going to find this, which ended up being like, I wouldn't have found it. I could have looked around the whole store and not found it because they only carried it online. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to be brave. I'm going to ask the lady. And I am like, hey, like kind of hesitant. And this lady turns around and she's got the biggest smile on her face. And she's like, hi, how's it going? And I was like, oh, good. How are you? And she's like, great. What can I do to help you? And I was like, oh. And she just like was so nice. And I had to tell her, I was like, hey, this was just my experience. And I felt like really nervous to come back in here because I didn't want that again, you know? And she was like, I'm sorry, like if I wasn't so sweaty, I'd give you a hug. And I was like, girlfriend, thank you. Your energy has been a hug right now. Like, I really appreciate it. There was nothing like really even that happened in any of the interactions, but all this to say is like vibes. My phone is getting too hot. Vibes are contagious. And I knew when I went back to my car, I was like, don't let this affect you. But it affected me. I was like, vibes are contagious, and you never know what somebody has gone through or what they're in the middle of. So you just be nice. And that lady totally like helped me to be like, oh yeah, not everyone's like this. That was just that person, not to take it personally. And then it even further reminded me like, yo, are you letting other people's vibes affect yours? Because your vibe is your choice, my guy. And the yin and the yang have brought me together again. Like, I feel like, oh yeah, I decide my vibe, right? I want to be happy. I want to be all right. Then I'm going to be happy and I'm going to be all right. And I'm going to bumble. I'm going to bumble through my life. You guys are rock stars. My day is gonna keep on chugging, whether I let that guy influence me or that girl influence me or not. I gotta keep my blinders down or sometimes up and just go for the thing ahead, because I've got shit to do today and I've got a beautiful life to build and a beautiful life to enjoy.